Hey guys, happy new week. Simply Lakeisha here just to encourage you quickly. Hope that you all had a magnificent weekend in the past week or so. Last time I came to you, we talked about how God is mindful of you, and I'm still kind of on that track. Today, I wanted to encourage you that God understands. One of the things that I found to be the most challenging in different transitions of my life is understanding, being understood, and understanding other people around me, trying to get to a place where you can fully grasp the wholeness of intent, intentions, actions, the why, and how certain transactions take place. And as I was looking through different things through social media over the weekend and just over the past weeks or so, the cry for acceptance is so loud. Our young people who are being bombarded with various things, right? More so than I was even as a young person. Just seeing things daily on social media, constantly feeding their young minds on what they should look like, what they should be like, what they should act like, what they should dress like all of the pressure that comes with being able to see the world versus just seeing the people who are around you and not being able to dissect what's actually the truth, what's just for social media, like what's the facade versus the real. And I just wanted to take time to encourage someone today who is in a battle in your mind because it feels like no one understands. That's never true, okay? First of all, God understands, and more than likely, there's someone else on this planet who has gone through what you're going through, is going through what you're going through, and has the ability, even if they've never been through your specifics, to empathize with you and to support you. And so there's a scripture in Hebrews chapter number 4, verse 15. It says, "For we don't have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are, and yet without sin." And so that just encourages me that we don't serve a God who is so high and mighty that he doesn't understand our human fallacies. He is so keenly aware of what we are going through, the temptations that we face, how it feels to be betrayed, how it feels to be ostracized, how it feels to be misunderstood, how it feels to be rejected, how it feels to be alone, how it feels to suffer, how it feels to have pain, how it feels to be different. Jesus is aware of all of that. He is our high priest, and that's why he came in the form of flesh, so that we would have an example, not just a theory, but that we would have a living example of how to navigate this world, how to navigate this life with the many challenges. Although the times have changed, the principles are yet the same. The challenges, the battles, mentally, physically, are still the same. And so I wanted to encourage you that God understands. I know you're crying, you're praying, you're pleading, you're begging, but God understands. You're looking, you're searching, you're trying to figure out, where you can go, who you can turn to, who you can fully trust. God understands. I'm telling you, listen to me. No matter what it is you're feeling, I told you last time that God is your creator, right? He knew you before he released you from eternity into time. And he took the time to know you in a way. Sometimes I was thinking about this as I was driving yesterday. Some people who knew me from years ago don't know me now. There are some things about myself that have remained constant over the years, but there are many things that have changed because I have grown. And some people who thought they knew me 10 years ago, or 15 or 20 or 25 years ago, I'm not the same person, right? I'm not the same. I've grown so much. I've experienced so much. My standards have changed, my perceptions have changed, my understanding has changed, my wisdom has changed. But God knew me, not only me 20 years ago, but He knew me today, years old. He knew me tomorrow. He knew me in 5 years. He knew my beginning and my end. He knew me from my ending through the beginning. He knew me backwards. He knew me back into eternity. So when you say no one understands, God understands. He knows you too well. He knows you better than you know yourself. And not only does He know you, but He loves you. Take that in for a second. He loves you. And no matter what it looks like in this moment, temporarily, I really want you to be encouraged. God understands you. He knows you. He loves you. He is rooting for you. He is cheering you on. He has thoughts of peace and not evil towards you. He wishes you well without a subtext. He wishes you well without really hoping in the background you don't do better than Him. God is not in competition with you. He really wants you to win. You know, some people want you to win as long as you don't win more than them. But God's not like that. There's enough victory. He's made you an overcomer. He wants you to walk in the fullness of that. So I just want you to be encouraged today that God understands. He understands what makes you different. He understands what makes you unique. He understands what makes you feel like the oddball. He understands what makes you complicated. He understands your why. Not everyone can get to that level of understanding. It takes time to understand people. It's easy to judge from the outside, but it takes time to understand. So let me encourage you, take some time to understand. Seek to understand others. It'll make a world of a difference, not only in their life, but in your life. So have a wonderful week. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.